Now, so far we have been seen what are the modes of transfer, right? Heat transfer, as well as what do you mean by thermal expansion, and three ways we saw, that is three types: linear, area, and volume. So now we have been going to see deep what is mean by linear expansion. Okay, so from this word linear you can understand clearly linear is nothing but that is straight line. It means when a substance is being heated, what will get increase only in the length of that substance. Linear, this is what the definition: when a substance is being heated, that is it increase in length of any solid on heating is called linear expansion. When you heat a substance, what will be getting heat? Only the length, that is the length is being expanded. So that is what given in this picture clearly. See, this is L naught and del L as well T it is given, right? See, this is before heating. After you heat, what will happen? See, slightly this substance is getting heated. This is how the iron rod as well as every, that is steel or some other metals they will be using to heat. So when those substances are being heated, what will happen is sure it will get extremely that substance will get increase in its length. So this is what linear expansion. So linear expansion here it is given with the help of formula. Del L is nothing but change in length, and L is the real length, and del T is change in temperature, and alpha here is mentioned as coefficient of linear expansion. So L, so here the formula del L by L naught is equal to alpha del T. See, next it is given. See, as I told you in this fine here, what substance we have been taken as fine ceramics, that is alumina we have been taken. So it's what will happen when heating process is done. ஹீட் ஆகிறது இங்கே பாருங்கள், இந்த ஸ்லைடில் உங்களுக்கு ஹீட் ஆகும்போது அந்த சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ் என்ன ஆகுது, அப்படியே எக்ஸ்பேண்ட் ஆகிறது காட்டிருக்காங்க. ஓகே, இது செராமிக் அலுமினால. அதே ஒரு மெட்டல் சப்ஸ்டன்ஸை நீங்கள் எடுத்துட்டிங்கன்னா ரெண்டுத்துக்கும் பாருங்கள் லாட் ஆஃப் டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் யூ கேன் சி இட் இஸ் அ ஃபைன் செராமிக், இட்ஸ் அலுமினா. பட் இஃப் யூ டேக் மெட்டல், தட் இஸ் ஸ்டெயின்லெஸ் ஸ்டீல், மீன்ஸ் இட்ஸ் elasticity is entirely maximum. Okay, it's metal, it is a good conductor, right? Steel is a good conductor of heat. So when it is heated subsequently, compared with the ceramic, this steel is being heated and it's expanded, its expansion is maximum. So this is how the linear expansion has happened. And next thing, so here as I told you, it's L naught, its length, real length, and original length after the changes has happened. So right now del L is equal to T is equal to temperature, normal temperature is T is equal to T naught plus del T. And if here we are going to see this, so far we have been seeing how the linear expansion is done, right, based on the ceramic as well as the metal. But here we are going to see the coefficient of linear expansion. In first slide we saw what is the definition of linear expansion. It's only increase in length of any solid that we say as linear expansion. But here coefficient is nothing but the ratio of increase in length of the body but degree rise in temperature to its unit length is called as coefficient of linear expansion. Here the coefficient of linear expansion is given as SI unit is nothing but K inverse 1, and the value of coefficient is nothing, it's different for different materials. See, in our previous slide we saw for ceramics it's been getting heated, so the ratio is not that much high compared with the stainless steel. Why? Because it is a good conductor, as I told you already, right? And now we have been entering into the next expansion is nothing but aerial expansion, is also called as, also known as superficial expansion. So the word from the naming also we can understand clearly. Area means, so the particular part, that is the area alone is being getting heated, that will alone get increased. So the increase in area on heating is called as superficial expansion, or is also be known as aerial expansion. See here, A naught is the original area and del A is the change in area when it is heated, and del T is change in temperature, as we studied in the linear expansion. The same thing, alpha is nothing but is a coefficient. So now here it is given, see in this picture the pink color border has been given. See, it is particular area. If we take a square shaped metal or thin sheet, first the interior part is being getting heated, then it will be that heat is being transferred to the outer area. So the part how it has been partially splitted is the ratio of increase in area, that particular body area alone has been partially splitted. So this is how the coefficient is also we can calculate with the help of, so the ratio of increase in area of the body per degree rise in temperature to its unit area is called coefficient of superficial expansion. And this coefficient has also been different for different materials as well, and the SI unit is same as what you have studied for linear expansion, is nothing but K inverse 1. And what is the formula is given here for coefficient is alpha A is equal to 1 by A. See, the formula has been actually, if we want to get alpha A, we have to take this alpha A alone. This del T it is in multiple, this left hand side and right hand side will get entirely changed. So alpha A is nothing but 1 by A del A by del T. The changes all we have been taken separately. So del A is equal to 1 by A del A by del T, and here del A is nothing but area thermal expansion, that is coefficient, and capital A is area of object in meter square meter, and del A is change in area, and del T is change in temperature, which is given in Kelvin. Next, so last we have been came to the last expansion is nothing but cubical expansion, is also we known as, also we say as volume expansion. See, here we have been, if you take a solid cube, what will happen? When it is being heated, what is getting changed, what is getting increased is only the volumes. This cubical area alone is getting increased due to heating, right? So the increase in volume on heating is called cubical expansion. So this volume expansion is given with the formula del V by V naught, which is equal to alpha del T, and V naught is nothing but real volume, and del V is change in volume, and here as del T is change in temperature, as well alpha is nothing but cubical of coefficient of cubical expansion. So right now in this picture also it is given, see clearly, there we saw the in superficial we saw the area, right? But here it's a cubical. அப்போ ஒரு cubical shape, cube shape இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு substance நம்ம ஹீட் பண்ணுறோன்னு சொன்னால் அது எப்படி இருக்குன்னா, அதையும் பார்ட்டாக பாருங்கள் எடுத்துக்கிறாங்க. இன்டீரியர் பார்ட்டுமே கியூபாக டிவைட் ஆகிடுது, பார்ஷியலாக கியூபாக டிஃப்ளெக்ட் ஆகிட்டு உங்களுக்கு when the heat is due to heating, when the heat is being transferred, அப்போ ஹீட் எனர்ஜி அங்கே ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் ஆகும்போது வால்யூம் என்டையராக என்ன ஆகும்னா சேஞ்ச் ஆகும், increase up. The volume, how it has been increased, is the ratio of increase in volume of body per degree rise in temperature to its volume, that we say as coefficient of cubical expansion, and this is also measured in Kelvin, that is K inverse 1. So finally, if we go for if we calculate for the coefficient of volume thermal expansion, is nothing but alpha V is equal to 1 by V and del V by del T. Next, so this the three before topic we saw, right? Linear and superficial as well cubical. The entirely will be asked in 7-mark question. It is important 4-mark question as well. So be conscious of listening all that topics. And now we will be entering into expansion of liquids as well as gases. Fine. See, in expansion of liquids, when a liquid is being expanded, how it is happen? Only when the heat energy is being transferred to the substance, because in cold substance we couldn't see those changes. So when heating water in a beaker, see in this picture it is given clearly, if you heat a substance, either maybe a colored substance or a colorless substance, that doesn't matter. But when a substance is being heated in a beaker, you will initially notice a dip in water level is also be before as well the water will getting rises. Fine. Here the expansion as well as the contraction of gaseous and volumetric flask is being given here. So here we have been gone with the two processes, one is before heating as well as after heating. If you see, when substance is being heated, what will happen? The heat is conducts, that is the heat energy makes the substances being getting changed. What will be getting changed is volumes get changed as well as the increases happen only the temperature is being increased, right? This is what a comparison between cold substance as well as heated substance. So here we can see in this experimentally what they have been showed is, the experiment above shows that gaseous expand. How we can note the gaseous expand? Extreme heat. If the substance is being heated above 100 degrees Celsius, or what above 100 degrees Celsius means it's gone. The degree Celsius thermometer will be used. After above 100 degrees Celsius means in Kelvin or Fahrenheit we can see that. So the temperature we can notice through other thermometers, but what we'll be noticing after extreme heat, what has been happen is the radiation we can notice, that is the gaseous form will be happen above, to the surrounding. substances. So when heated and contract when cooled, what we can notice is the gaseous form we can notice. So the liquid is rises once the volumetric flask has been heated. So this is what about expansion of solid, liquid as well as gas. Now we'll be entering into the another topic is real and apparent expansion. So what do you mean by real and apparent expansion? So far we have been seen in all thing real, volume, real, linear, everything. Here real is nothing but with the help of container, if we are making the substances being getting heated, that we say as real expansion, right? So if a liquid is heated directly, if a liquid is heated directly without using any container, then the expansion that you observe is named as real. And the coefficient of real expansion, here it is given ratio of true rise in the volume of liquid per degree rise in the temperature. See, if you want to get heat any substance without container is absolutely it's impossible. But true rise is nothing but say atmosphere. In our atmosphere, few substance or other living organisms is being their body temperature is getting heated is not only because of this. We can say that is all true rise due to the atmosphere and due to the environment and surrounding that body is getting heated. So that is all we say as true rise. So this also we can mention as real expansion. So, okay, so a liquid here for liquid also for some few liquids it has been suitable. So that if a liquid is heated directly without using any container, so here the coefficient is here also given as the ratio of the true rise in the volume of the liquid per degree rise in temperature to its unit volume, and the unit SI unit is same what we have seen for the previous Kelvin inverse 1. Right, this is what real apparent. So same thing with directly without any container, but here the expansion of a liquid apparently observed without considering the expansion of the container is called apparent expansion of the liquid. And the same thing here also, the coefficient has been calculated with the help of K. The SI unit is K inverse, but how the ratio has been changed here is for apparent. The ratio of the apparent rise in the volume of liquid per degree rise in the temperature to its unit volume. So now here the real and apparent we have been compared with the help of an experiment given here. See, to start this we have to take the liquid whose real and apparent expansion is to be determined with the help of an experiment. We have to pour colored solution, blue color solution in a container up to a level and mark this level as L1. Now we have to heat the container and the liquid using a burner. So initially the container which receives thermal energy and it expands. So as a result what will happen, the volume of liquid which appears to have reduced, and that has to be marked with the help of level L2. And if further on a further heating, what will get changed, the thermal energy that will be supplied to the liquid through the container, and which results in the expansion of liquid. So all this construction, see in this picture I have been given clearly. As I told you, which color we have been taken as blue color solution. So when you have poured the solution into a container or beaker, after heating what will happen is this few amount of, that is few volume will get rise. So that will be noted as a L1, and after on further heating the level is will be getting changed, that is extreme heat will be happen. So the what will happen is the temperature is the temperature all gone to the extreme level. So that also will be noted as L2 as well L3. So here first the true rise and the apparent expansion, both here it has been happen. So when the solution is partially being heated, first we will be getting a level that will be noted as real expansion, and after its extreme heat another level, that level has been raised. So that is also noted. You see, that is apparent expansion. So this is how the real and apparent expansion will be compared in a single experiment, and hence the level of liquid which is rises to L3, and now the difference between L1 and L3 is called apparent, as well as the difference between L2 and L3 we say as real expansion. And now the real expansion is always more than that of apparent expansion. So this is because it is a true rise. Fine. So so far we have been completed our